you recall from last video, like I was 50 bucks away from blowing it. Yeah, I blew it. I took a dumbass trade during the London session. Literally, I was not even in the trade for more than 5 minutes. I was low-key going for a sell, and that shit just went in the opposite direction. I blew that. But yeah, this morning I just bought a 10K funded, as you guys can see in the bottom. It ain't 10K, but look at all my executions that I took from the day. Yeah, man, I think this is just gonna be a raw video. I'm not gonna lie. Straight how it is, dude. So coming into the market, I was looking for lower prices. With that being said, I wanted to see some buy stops be taken out first. This first entry. So first I seen these buy stops get taken out, and then this displacement lower. Breaking structure here, which is not very clean to me, which I shouldn't have even taken this trade because it's not a setup that I wanted to see. So yeah, I got in here, price tap back into there, which still doesn't even matter because it doesn't tick all the boxes that I was looking for. Usually I want to see a swing low be formed after price ran above some buy stops, not before. So like this trade, not it. And I still took this trade. I don't know. I was tilted, man. I'm not gonna lie, I blew my funding trying to get this shit back. And yeah, as you guys can see, I sold here. Stop loss was just above, like here, got stopped out. And then I'm like, okay, let me get in for another sell because I don't know anything, okay, but I have a strong feeling and I'm confident in price that it's gonna go lower. Again, I got in early. Today was testing everything. Patience, discipline, seeing, if I'm gonna follow my rules or not, how many trades I'm gonna take. Yeah, I could say learn from this, don't make this mistake, but there's traders out there that I watched that told me the same thing. Don't make this mistake, don't risk too much, wait, be patient. But to be honest, you just gotta learn that shit for yourself, then you'll actually learn. Like I was saying, I got in too early because again, there wasn't a shift in market structure that I seen, so I got in early. But right here, move that so it's easier to see. We had a shift in market structure here, a break of structure to the downside, leaving a fair value gap after it already taken out buy stops prior to 8:30. So that ticks all the boxes. Price shoots up, enters a fair value gap, and tanks. This was my break-even point, so I did take profits here. And then I got back in when I seen this going lower because I wanted to capitalize on this trade. With that being said, I took partials here. It's like 80 some. Got in here. Well, partials here. And I got in for a sell here. And then I was targeting this line here. Let's back up. I was targeting this. So, partials, another sell. At this point, I had my stop loss already into break even, pretty much resting above these highs, and then just waiting. I sat here, waited until price came up here, and by the time price came up here, I already moved my stops here, and as you can see, I got stopped out. And then later on, price hit the original TP at like noon or 12 o'clock, 12:01. And yeah, that's pretty much the trade. I'll show you. These are all 4 of them. First trade I lost, which was this one up here. Boom, boom. Partials here. Break even here on this or one of these. And then the initial one from this sell here. I got stopped out. Only down, this much for the day, but in all honesty, I think this is where some people quit. That's what I'm telling myself. I think it's yeah, I blew my funded. Can't really be mad. I had 50 bucks left on it. It's bruh, any certain amount of drawdown, 5 pips, I'm cooked. But then back-to-back kind of L's, you lose your funded, you take a L, you break your rules, you go break even, and then later during the day, that shit hits your original TP. Yeah, I'm pissed. Yeah, I'm upset. But at the same time, look at the trade. Look where I was targeting. If I didn't move my stop loss to break even and kept it above this high, I would have been good. Do I hold these trades? Do I only go for 2-to-1? I don't even care about the risk to reward. I was just targeting this low. That's the draw on liquidity. And look, bro, just one step closer. This morning, after I took these L's, I went outside, walked around for a little bit and was just thinking, the lesson for this, what did I learn? I guess that I'm not patient enough to wait for my setup to form completely, and I'm not consistent or disciplined sticking to my rules. Last video I said I only take max 2 losses or 2 trades a day. What is this? If you count the first one, it's not on here, but the blown account, that's 1. You count this one, that's 2. You count this one, that's 3. You count this one because I was scaling, and that's 4. So not following my rules, not staying patient and waiting for the full, confirmation or your full setup to form before I enter. And then going back to that first trade where I blew my funded, that was 2 to 3 in the morning, trading outside of the normal sessions, man. But yeah, man, this shit is tough. But it's for real. I don't know whether to be I'm pissed because I don't know what I'm pissed more about. Me getting stopped out, me blowing a funded, or probably all of above, and then price goes to my original TP. I feel like I'm more mad at that. I'm seeing price going to my take profit where I thought it would go, and I'm not in the trade. Bro, I'm gonna be honest, that messes with my head. It's yeah, I know how to trade, and I'm over here sitting thinking damn, do I need to go study more concepts, different concepts? But this trade just shows me I don't need to. What I know works. Yeah, it might not be the full thing. Personally, I like to keep things simple, clean, not all this other confluences. Take what you need, whatever works for you, works for you. And I guess you don't need to learn everybody's strategy. You don't need to learn all the strategies out there. Trust me, they all work, but they'll only work if you follow the rules, have good risk management, and just don't be stupid. You follow your rules and shit. But yeah, maybe I should have waited to buy another funded instead of the day of. I blew it right away back at it. But if I didn't, I wouldn't be able to trade, I try not to let the loss affect my day. And honestly, yeah, it does. But at the same time, I kind of thought back to the last video. Now this is the second week, third week out of 50 out of the rest of the year, and if I could take trades like this, come on now. I can't fake these trades. This is what I took. This is what I was looking for. If you don't, I don't care what you believe. Bro, I was looking for price to come here to this wick, and it did. Need I say more? Hold your trades. Maybe I'm not a scalper, dude. Maybe a intraday trader, because this is about 4 to 3 hours worth of price action. If I would have just set my TP, set my stop loss, and walked away from the charts, I would have been good. But sitting there watching price, that's just not for me, I guess. Nah, I'm good. I could do other things while trading, set my TP, certain point where I think it's gonna go, check in on it throughout the day, and then go from there. Not just sitting at the charts the whole time. If you go away from your charts, you have your set TP, you have your set stop loss. It can only hit one of those or move sideways, and but that's why you check in on it. This video is kind of random. I don't really know. Hey, this is just the reality of it. To be honest, I'm not gonna not record just because I lost. Yeah, I broke a lot of rules today, but hey, this is why I'm gonna record every trade, or record every video that I do take a trade on, because this might help someone out there, and maybe I'll look back at this and laugh at this shit, because it's stupid. Seeing it play in hindsight and knowing I shouldn't be doing this dumb stuff. Come on now. So maybe this will help people, but like I said before, you might have to go through this, and maybe you won't have to. If you take other people's advice, cool, but just know you won't get that experience until you experience it yourself. I don't even know. I don't go for these little moves. 20 pips, decent. Just really, I'm fucking myself over. I'm not gonna lie. When they say it's you versus you, that ain't no joke, bro. If I could give my younger self trading advice, like little Isaiah saying, coming into the markets, not knowing a thing about trading, don't what are you rushing for, man? You know, this is a skill set. Once you master your mind and your actions and all that, the strategy is good. But like, if I would say, don't rush. I learned, one of the people I watched, they said, you didn't know this market existed last year. You know, like, it's still gonna be here. You don't have to rush. This market is still gonna be here next year. Take your time, learn the basics, study the basics, because if I'm gonna be honest, that's all I did. Same with ICT, some concepts. I studied the first 3 to 4 episodes. Yeah, I've studied more, but those first 2 to 3, I watched them so much that like that's my trading setup. If anybody, I'm not gonna gatekeep anything. If anybody wants to know how I trade, go watch the first 2 to 3 episodes of ICT over and over and over and over and over, and go back test it over and over and over. Follow that 830, wait for buy side or sell side to be taken out, wait for a break of structure, fair value gap, displacement, wait for price to tap back into that, enter, look for sell side liquidity or buy side liquidity for your, take profits. You don't need nothing more. Maybe you do. If it helps you, cool. But like, I'm not gonna gatekeep my strategy. That shit's free and it's on YouTube for free. Just do the work, I don't know. This video's all over. But I will say, yeah, don't rush. Be patient. Follow your rules. I guess try not to go for home runs or these big moves. And if you do, don't move your stop until you are confident it's gonna go down without wicking you out, coming back up and giving you a break-even trade. I'd be lying if I said I wouldn't want to quit. But why would I? I'm not gonna. But like, why would I? I gave too much time to this to quit, to not see it through. What else am I gonna do? Nothing crosses my mind. This or nothing. And that's that, bro. It has to be that. I will not quit in trading. No matter like how many funds I blow, how many L's I take, just bounce back. Do not stay on the ground for that long. You get up and try again. Be persistent until you make this shit work. See it through. People think this is not real. Gambling. Okay. Time will tell. You just can't quit on it. What else are you gonna do? If you made it, I don't know, if you're a few months into trading, a year into trading, a few years, 1 of 3. If you wanna quit, quit. But what else are you gonna do? This is a skill that is so crazy, can change your life. And yeah, I was just thinking, like, I feel like some people quit at this point. I don't know how many people blow accounts, how many accounts they blow and then want to quit. This shit ain't easy, bro. Seeing losses, you're blowing accounts, questioning if your shit's working or not. Do I know what I'm doing? Are they really right? Am I just wasting my time? Is this gambling? But then you have your proof. Like, if you guys do not journal, please journal your trades. Screenshot them. I use Notion. Screenshot them, before and afters. Rate them, put how much you lost. Put your thoughts and how you felt during them, how many pips it moved, all that. You're going to learn from that. And then in those times when you question your strategy or if this whole trading thing, you have shit to fall back on. You know it works. You've seen it play out. You've hit bangers of trades, And yeah, some L's you took. This game is not all W's. You will not win 100% of the time. And if that was the case, everybody would be a profitable trader. Everybody would be successful in this shit. It's not like that, bro. We will lose in this. Like, there's no way around it. And that's what I was thinking to myself. It's like, dude, I'm over here trying not to lose in a market where you will lose. Like, no matter how good your setup is, it just might not be a good trading day that day. You will never win 100% of the trades. So that's why you got to keep your risk management solid. Don't over leverage. This is longevity. We're not just trying to make 5K and bounce. We're trying to make 5K consistent, or, you know, however much you want to make. You will not win 100% of the trades you take. So every trade you take before you enter, whoever's watching this, if you're new into trading, just go in there before you place a trade, saying to yourself, whatever risk you have on, you are comfortable with losing that. If this trade does not work out, if I lose this trade, this is how much I'm going to lose. I feel like, yeah, every trade I place is going to hit. Why wouldn't it hit? But again, why would it hit? The strategy doesn't work 100% of the time. No strategy works 100% of the time. Yo, if there is a strategy that works, find it, send it to me. Why you gatekeeping? But like, there's not. You will lose in this market. But how many times can you get knocked down and get back up? That's what this shit is testing. I promise that. I'm telling you, the poster to my right, it's not over. I'm not even looking at it. It's not over when you lose. It's over when you quit. Bro, never quit. You quit it. You gave up on yourself. You didn't see it through. And I will see this shit through. I promise. You guys are witnessing this shit. Learn from my mistakes, even if you have to make them yourself. Learn from them. Be patient. Target, you know, a 2-to-1 with some good risk management. Yeah, you know, like, the road to profitability starts here. And just looking at this trade, there's no question if this shit works. Like, bro, the people that say trading is gambling, I don't even, like, that shit don't faze me no more. You don't even know what a candlestick is. Like, what? Yeah, okay. You know, like, you're talking shit about something you don't even have a clue about. Shit don't make sense. Alright, yeah. But in the last clip, I was just saying, forget the naysayers, to be honest. This shit works. Make sure you journal so you have that in the back of your mind and you know you've seen your strategy play out like plenty of times. You don't really gotta question it. Other than that, yeah, that's gonna wrap up this video. I'm not gonna lie. Back at it tomorrow. So, see if there is a setup and go from there. If you guys enjoy these videos, let me know. Go ahead and leave a like. That'll let me know to keep making more of these types of videos for the future. Or comment down below if you have any video ideas that you have, and I might get around to it. Other than that, I'll see you in the next one.